Hey everybody, we back with another video. Um, First things first. If you like to do a like, comment, and subscribe to your boy, we appreciate you so very, very much. Sorry with all the weird flexing. Yeah. Uh, so no, we haven't been as active. We'll I think we'll discuss that in like an update video, because that's not what we're here for today. We are going to get the series back underway, the one that we already started with the NFC South. We are going to try to predict every single division, their record, their ceilings, their floors. We're going to put up their key additions, their key departures somewhere. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands either. Uh, the NFC North, I think, is going to be very interesting to me, because the Lions definitely could be on the way back as long as they're not kidnapping. The Packers, they didn't. It feels like they should be worse, but I don't see where it got like desperately worse. The Bears, same thing. It seems like they should have gotten a little bit worse for all the departures that they had, but it didn't look like it was like a massive one. The Vikings, I definitely, I don't know. I don't know with the Vikings at this point. We'll see how they play out. But regardless, we're gonna shut up. We're gonna try to predict every single NFC North team's predictions, their floor, their ceiling. We'll talk about the addition. We'll talk about the departures. We'll talk about all that other fun stuff. But I'm going to get the phone out. I've already said many times, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to start with the Detroit Lions. Week 1, they are at home to the New Orleans Saints. I am going to go ahead on a limb, give that a dub. Week 2, they're going to be at Buffalo. I'm going to give them a loss there. Week 3 versus the New York Jets. I'm giving them a dub. I'll give them a dub at home. Week 4 at Carolina, I gave them a loss. One of those games that I believe could go either way for sure. Week 5, they're going to play Arizona on the road. I believe they get a win there. Then they get their bye week. Week 7 at home versus Green Bay, I'm going to give them the win. Week 8 versus Minnesota, I'm going to give them the win there. Week 9 at Miami, I'm going to give them a win there as well. Now, week 10, I have them taking a loss to New England at home. Week 11, I have them taking a win to Tampa Bay at home. Week 12, I think they will lose to Chicago. Week 13, I have them getting an easy win against Atlanta. And then they have an even easier win in week 14 as they play Tennessee at home. Clap them. Week 15 at Minnesota, I'm going to give them a loss there. Week 16 at home, I'm going to give them a win against the Giants. Then week 17 and 18, both at Green Bay and then Chicago. I'm going to give them a loss there and put them at 10-7 for the year. I actually think that has a potential to be good enough for a playoff run. Uh, we'll absolutely see, because we know San Fran should be a little bit of a fighter. Cowboys should be a little bit of a fighter. The NFC South could have 2, 3 decent teams in it. Yeah, I think 10-7 should do it for the Lions. And there's a couple games in there I want to keep in mind that they definitely could win. This could be a really good season for the Lions. I know that they had a lot of turnover going on. They're, of course, Terry and Arnold. We know about that. Their offensive line kind of been all over the place. We know about that. I'm interested to see what happens after that fact, but we'll see later on. Going up next, we're going to go to the Chicago Bears. I'm going to give them a win week 1 on the road to Carolina. Week 2, they will beat Minnesota at home. Week 3, going back and forth in this one, I'm going to give them the win over Philadelphia. I do think Philadelphia will be a little bit more improved, but I don't know if they're going to get them. Week 4, at home to the New Jersey Jets. They're going to get a dub there. Week 5, on the road to Green Bay. I think they take a loss on that one. Week 6, though, they're playing at Atlanta. I'm giving them the win there. Week 7 versus New England. I gave them the win there as well. Week 8 at Seattle. I'm going to give them a loss. Week 7 is at home in Chicago, if I didn't mention that. Yeah. Week 9 versus Tampa Bay. I'm going to give them a W there as well. Week 10, they do have a bye week. So no one's winning or losing that one. Week 11 versus New Orleans Saints. I'm going to give them the dub there. Week 12 at Detroit, as I already said earlier, I'm going to give them a dub there as well. Week 13 at home to Miami, I'm going to give them a dub. Week 14 at Miami, I'm going to give them a dub. Week 15 at Buffalo, I'm going to give them a loss there. I do believe Buffalo will get them at home. Week 16, I'm giving them a win versus Green Bay at home. Week 17, a win versus Detroit. Then week 18 on the road to Minnesota. I'm going to give them a loss. I would assume they have it all wrapped up by then, and they're going to take an L there. Putting Chicago at 13-4. I do see Chicago is my main concern right now because I think I'm very much overrating them because of what they did last year. And that is a very big worry for me, but I do believe that they will be good this year. They didn't make a lot of moves that have me scratching my head. They don't have a lot of moves that make me think, okay, that this is just going to tear the whole entire thing apart. Losing Kevin Byard is tough, but then you get Dylan Tiedemann. I really like that pickup for them. Kalo obviously is the Madden cover, so you always have to worry about that. Yeah, Chicago's just in an interesting spot right now. I'm not 100% sure what I think. I do believe that they are going to be a very, very good team. I think they win the division probably pretty handily this year because all the other teams have so much like turnover kind of deal with coordinators or players or bad draft picks or Kyler Murray. Everybody's kind of got things all over the place right now. So yeah, I think Chicago is going to run away, but we're going to dive more into these teams. Minnesota Vikings, Week 1 versus Green Bay. Duh. Week 2 at Chicago, I gave them a loss, obviously. Week 3 at Tampa Bay, I gave them a loss. I'm trying to get a little consistency from the last video as well, but I'm going to forget things. It's just going to happen. Week 4 versus Miami, I think that they get the win there for sure. Week 5 at New Orleans, I think New Orleans is a better team. I'm giving New Orleans a win there. They have a bye on Week 6. Week 7 versus Indianapolis. This is one of those games that could go back and forth. Daniel Jones' revenge game, even though he was only there for a few months. But dub. Dub for Minnesota. Week 8 on the road to Detroit. They're going to take a loss there. Week 9 versus Buffalo at home. Taking a loss there. Week 10, losing to Green Bay. At Green Bay. I don't know why I did that. Week 11 at at home to San Francisco. I gave them a win there. That's going to be an interesting one. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Week 12 versus Atlanta. I'm going to give them a loss there. Week 13 versus Carolina. I'm going to give them a loss there as well. Week 14 at New England. Going to take an L. Week 15, a W versus Detroit. Week 16, a win versus Washington. Week 17 on the road to New York. They will beat the Jets. And then week 18 versus Chicago. I'm giving them a W as well. They're going to finish the season 8-9. Okay, so here's the thing with Minnesota. San Fran, I do think it's going to take a little bit of a fall off. We're going to talk about that here when we get to the NFC West video a little bit. I do believe San Fran is going to take a fall off. When it comes to Minnesota, I'm kind of clamping down on their defense is going to carry them to where they need to go. That's really my thought process when it comes to Minnesota. I think their defense will be fine this year. Their offense is what really does concern me. It's got, like, you have Justin Jefferson, you have Jordan Addison. Phenomenal combo. Can Kyler get them the ball? It's very possible. Kyler could definitely play a little bit. We saw what he could do with D-Hop. The running game, Aaron Jones get a little bit old. Don't really have a lot of faith in him like I used to. So, yeah, for me, I think Minnesota takes a little bit of a fall off. I think they'll be 8-9. Pretty decent team. Problem is, we all know about the GM stuff and all that fun jazz. So who knows? Who knows how it'll be? But we're gonna dive into the last team that we need to talk about. We're gonna talk about the Green Bay Packers. Shout out Tom Grossi. He doesn't know who I am, but shout out you, man. Okay, so the Green Bay Packers, we have them taking a loss on the road to Minnesota week 1. Obviously a game that could go either way. Week 2 to the New Jersey Jets, they will take a dub in New York. Week 3 versus the Atlanta Falcons, that's a win. Week 4 at Tampa Bay, it's a win. Week 5, I have them beating Chicago at home. Week 6, another game that I do believe will be up in the air. They are going to beat Dallas at home. Week 7 at Detroit, they're going to take a loss there. Week 8 versus Carolina, they're going to take a W there. Week 9 at New England, I have them taking a loss on that one. Then week 10 versus Minnesota, I obviously had the W on that one. They have a bye in week 11. Then week 12, they're going to go on the road twice. They're going to lose to the Rams. And then week 13, they're going to lose to the New Orleans Saints. Week 14, I do believe they get Buffalo at home. They will beat Miami at home. They will lose to Chicago in Chicago. And then they're going to, oh, here it is, Week 17 versus Houston. Another game that I will say, I do believe that one's going to be up in the air. Do not count Houston out whatsoever, but I'm giving them a dub there. Then Week 18, I'm giving them a dub against the Detroit Lions at home. I think I have them going 12-5 on the year. That could be me overrating them just a tiny bit as well. Yeah, I only have 5 losses on here. Oh, no, it's 11-6. I forgot about Minnesota. My bad. Shut up, Cody. So I'm overrating Green Bay a little bit, and I realize that. I don't know how I feel about their run game right now with the Josh Jacobs legal issue. I don't think that that's going to be a big issue, but it is an issue nonetheless. I don't know Jordan Love. I've never been the biggest Jordan Love supporter. And that's not to say he's not a good player. He's a very good player. I've just never been the biggest Jordan Love supporter. The receiving crew, Christian Watson and Matthew Golden should be a little bit better. Obviously, losing Romeo Dobbs is going to make that a little tougher. Hopefully, they get that support from the tight end before he got hurt last year. That could be a big thing. The defense, I do think will take a step back now that Halfley's not over there. That's my real concern with Green Bay. When it comes to Green Bay could be very, very good, and they could be middle of the line. They have a lot of things to worry about. And I'm interested to see how they handle it. I really am. I think this NFC North, I think the whole thing is going to be crazy. I do. I really do believe so. I'm very excited to see what happens there. But that being said, I've done enough yapping about the NFC North. If you want to see some more videos like this, we'll probably go to the NFC next, obviously, because it's been the South and the North, so we'll probably do East or West next. Try to get that one out soon. I'll have some. We got a bunch of other stuff to talk about. And we're gonna try to get back into it, guys. I do apologize for all the late stuff. I will be streaming College Football 27 a lot. Hashtag EA Play Don't Pay. Hashtag that. Shout out to the YouTubers standing up to that. Pretty cool. But I'm probably gonna be streaming that because I want to play as mid 10. And if you guys want to come and holler at me, we might do one on here and we might do one on Twitch. So you should definitely check that out. I'll put the Twitch up above as well if you guys want to check that out. I would appreciate you stopping by. Love to see y'all. Thank you so much. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe. See you next time, guys.